Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you how I personally clean my RC vehicles. I've been using this method for several years now, and over the years I haven't had any issues with screws rusting or bearings freezing up. So let me show you first what I use to clean the vehicle, and then we'll get started. The things used for cleaning this vehicle is going to be all-purpose cleaner from Sprayway. I get this at Lowe's. It's about $3.28 for a can. And a can, you don't have to spray a lot on the vehicle. It'll last you several times. You'll probably be able to do 10, maybe 15 vehicles, cleaning them really well with this stuff. Then get you some quick detailer. I've got Chemical Guys on the right. Lucas makes a good product. The Slick Mist there on the left. And then get you a microfiber towel, or something to dry off. You can use paper towel. Just like using microfiber towels because they don't tear apart like a paper towel would. The last thing you'll need is either compressed air or an air compressor, either one. So you can get the compressed air in the can, or if you've got a air compressor motor operated, then that works too. So let's get into how to clean the truck. First thing we're going to do is go over to the air compressor. We're going to blow all the dried grass and all the debris that's in the body and the chassis. We're going to remove all that, and that'll prep us for we can use the cleaner and start actually cleaning the vehicle. So I'm going to go over to the air compressor, go ahead and blow everything off, and then I'll resume the video from there. So now that we got the truck sprayed off with the air hose, the next step's going to be is to remove the wheels. So I'm going to go ahead and take those off, and then we're going to get to the process where we actually start cleaning the truck. Alright, so we've got the wheels and tires off. You can either do those first, you can do the truck first. I personally do the truck first. We're going to use our all-purpose cleaner. As I mentioned, I get this at Lowe's for a little bit over $3. Simple Green makes something similar to it as well. They also make the spray bottle kind. I like the foam because you can see where you actually got it on there, because it'll start foaming up. And also, it'll be dry to the touch afterwards once you use the air hose and spray all the foam off, and you'll see the difference between them. Here in just a minute you'll see that it does a really good job cleaning the trucks. And as I mentioned, I've never had an issue using this stuff for years now. So we're going to spray over the top, and I just kind of work front to back, and you can see this stuff really goes on really well. And when it dries, it kind of gets like a wet look to it. Now you see I sprayed a little bit on my fan. It's not going to be a big deal. If you do get a little bit on your electronics, I just wouldn't soak the electronics in it. And also, there's really no need to. See, I'm going to go over the motor and over the housing a little bit. Spray on the inside. And key thing too is get down around where the drive shaft's going to the diffs. Because you've got a bearing there, and then also on your wheel hubs and your hex, there's a bearing on the outside of them hubs as well. Then once you've cleaned off up there, I like keeping that cord underneath so I don't directly spray it. Sometimes I'll actually put like a Ziploc bag over that little cable, or your power cable. Sometimes I'll put a Ziploc bag over that so I don't spray it. But we're already going into the video, so I'm not going to mess with it. So we flip it over. Same thing. Flip it back over. See, we got our plug a little bit, but it didn't get inside of it, so we're good there. As I mentioned, most of the time I cover that up with a Ziploc bag. Then I'm going to spray the plastics again here on the front. I didn't really get them good. Alright, so we're going to let that dry a little bit more. As you can see, once it foams up and then it sits, it's almost watery looking. It don't look like foam anymore. It looks like you just sprayed it with water. So as that's starting to, the foam's starting to go away, then I get my air gun and I start blowing it off. Now I'm going to pause the video for just a minute while I do this. That way it's not got a bunch of loud noise going through the microphone. So I'll be back with you in just a minute. If you don't clean the truck when you first get home, which is what I usually like to do, I like to run the truck and then when I get home go ahead and clean it off. If you let the dirt and the mud dry on there a couple of days, you may take your microfiber towel. When you spray the cleaner on there, take the towel and wipe down the plastics and everything, and it helps break down the grease and the dirt or mud, whatever you got on there a little bit better. So next step we're going to do is the wheels and tires. Once we put the wheels and tires back on the truck, I'm going to spray all the axles just a little bit more while the truck's rolling backwards and forwards. That way I can clean them a little bit better. Here's the wheels and tires, so let's go ahead and knock those out. Get our cleaner here. Spray over the wheels, front and back. Flip them over. Now I have my tires and wheels vented, so I've covered up the inside there, so when I'm spraying inside here I don't have to worry about getting inside the tire. Let that sit for a few minutes. Then we'll go ahead and dry those off and slap them back on the truck. So now here's a after view once we've cleaned the wheels and tires off. So there's no dirt on them. The wheels got really clean. See, the wheels are good to go. Now we're on the last step. We've got our truck cleaned up. We just got to get the body clean. Move the truck out of the way. We'll spray the body down. As you can see, this quick detailer on this plastic, it breaks down the dirt pretty much when you spray onto it. Alright, got our microfiber towel. Start popping it off. One thing you can do that I'm not doing right here is you can take the pins off if you want to. They don't really get in the way. Whenever I go over them like this, I don't push down on them so they scratch the body all to pieces, or knock the paint off the body or something. Don't worry about that. So as you can see, it's not really affecting anything, but just to if you want to. As far as the paint, if you've got a custom painted body, you paint these bodies from the inside. However, I mentioned it when I was going over the truck bed, because some people actually go over the truck bed black, make it look like it has a bed liner, and they do that on the outside so it stands out a little bit more than the rest of it. So that's the only place maybe you really worry about that. But you can see quick detailer, I went over it just real fast, drying it off, and the body good to go. Go through the little cracks there, down at the bottom on each side. Pop the front off, over a little bit more. And as the rag gets a little wet too, it makes it easier to go back over it and get the little spots that you maybe missed in between, like the contours of the body. Okay, so we've done that. Last thing to do is go on the inside. And I don't have my body reinforced. I use the stock body just the way it is. Nothing wrong with reinforcing them. To me, it gives me an excuse to run the truck. Once the body gets beat up, then I can make me a custom body like I've had on my other big rocks and just use this as a basher body. Wipe this last little bit of grass out of here. Now you can take your air compressor and go over the inside of this body and blow the grass out beforehand. It's going to loosen up some of this stuff. However, I'm trying to make the video as simple as I can, but make it effective as well. You can see it's not that big of a deal to just wipe the inside out. Alright, so now we got the body cleaned off. We'll roll the truck back over here. Put the body back on and we're done. So now the truck's cleaned up and ready to roll again. So we're finished washing our truck, and let's review what we did today. We took the truck outside, used the air compressor to blow off any loose grass and debris. Then we took the wheels and tires off, sprayed everything down with the cleaner, used the air compressor to dry it all off. You can do final touches with your microfiber towel. Then we brought it inside, took the body, sprayed it with quick detailer, used a microfiber towel to wipe it off. If you do have stuff that's kind of caked on it like grass or dirt or anything, you can use your air compressor there too, but you can see mine had grass on it, but I just went ahead and sprayed it out with the quick detailer and wiped it down with the microfiber towel. So I hope you guys found this video informative. If you did, push the like button. I appreciate y'all stopping by the channel and watching either way. If you want to see future videos, subscribe to the channel as well. And I appreciate y'all watching. Have a good day. Thanks.